Hello, this is Todd Danielson, the Editorial Director of Informed Infrastructure. I attended the Bentley Systems 2017 Year in Infrastructure event in Singapore as a member of the media. And I also had the honor to serve as a judge for the Reality Modeling Award category. It's always a great event where I learn about some amazing projects being created by amazing teams of people and technology. In addition to speaking with some of the finalists and learning about their work, I also interviewed several members of the Bentley team to gain their insights into what they felt were the key aspects of the 2017 event and what we might see in 2018. The following are some of their thoughts. Enjoy.
What is it, 51 finalists out of the 409 nominations that we had, and they're all just fantastic. So just to be a finalist is a huge accomplishment, right?
Well, it's always my favorite firm, Morphosis. Our friend Corey Brugger does some really exciting work, and it's his whole approach of looking at not only design, but for design for fabrication. He's really studied the whole idea of the building envelope and skin, and when their firm moves forward in design, it's really about how are they going to get it built in the most economical and fashionable way. So I've always enjoyed the work from Morphosis.
It seemed like a unique opportunity because in addition to them being really innovative in their use of technology, including the use of robots for the pre-fabrication of a lot of the materials. The thing they were designing was really an innovation center, right? So the combination of those two things made it really impressive.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is CCC, First Highway, out of China, as well as ECIDI out of China. They work on some phenomenal projects. One is the new Chennai City. This is near Shenzhen. It's a new port city. It's a $68 billion project. So they're just building everything. And it's funny, some of the comments that they made in the presentation that we as Bentley are very proud of the Crossrail project in London being a $25 or $30 billion project. Well, here's ours, which is a whole city, and it's absolutely amazing.
The other one was by Power China. Actually, it was in my municipal operations, same category, two fantastic projects. And they created, and it's absolutely stunning, an entire greenfield redevelopment project. That doesn't make sense, greenfield redevelopment. Greenfield development project for a new city in Shenzhen. And they used so many integrated Bentley applications to create the plan, the design, the build, the ongoing construction. They used our reality modeling capabilities with context capture to continuously survey the construction to check for imbalances against the design, the as-built, the digital twin, absolutely everything. Has everything with it.
Another great project was the AECOM project for the Pearl Harbor Memorial Bridge. That was in
Connecticut. Yes.
Excellent. And that was a fantastic project where they were constrained by height limitations because they were near an airport, so they couldn't go too high, and they couldn't go too low because they had some large boat traffic that they had to deal with. So they actually came up for the first time with the new bridge type, used it for the first time in the USA, using our RM bridge tools to help prove that solution and really make it a possibility.
I think the Megwin project is a really cool project that's taking place in China. It's got 37 bridge structures. It's got some really compelling overpasses. And one of the things that they've done a little bit differently is they really put a big emphasis on form factor and function and the environment, and how these road structures are actually going to impact the community. Everything from an extremely detailed amount of information with regards to vegetation and what the vegetation landscape was going to look like, how it's going to appeal to the eye, and really what it's going to look like for their community.
One of the very good projects I've seen is the AECOM and CEDD projects in Hong Kong. That was implemented by one of our partners, the Earth Solution, essentially using reality modeling for construction monitoring. So essentially implementing a full platform, displaying the reality meshes over an internet, and be able to see differences between different scans, if you like, of the environment, providing also ways to simulate different changes and support the design of very important projects on the island of Hong Kong.
A couple of the finalist presentations that I saw yesterday were really impressive. There's one from AGEA in Brazil, in the state of Rio de Janeiro, where they're extending the sanitary sewer collection system to, and they've started this work, in 1998, in fact, and have been making major investments. But over the last few years, they've been using our Bentley Sewer CAD for the hydraulic modeling of the system, and that's really enabled them to make cost-effective improvements to the system to prevent the sanitary sewer overflows into a lagoon. It's called the Arauama Lagoon, and it was completely devastated by pollution, untreated sanitary sewage going into it for decades. And these guys have cleaned it up, and it's become an amazing project to see. And I think it has a huge environmental impact. It has a huge social impact on the people that live there. So stuff like that, I enjoy seeing that. And there's others too.
I think one of the fun ones that I've seen is that guy jumping off of a plane without a parachute. Heaven Sent.
So
yeah.
Heaven Sent was this stunt actor who decided that he wanted to jump out of an airplane and with no parachute after like 18,000 jumps. And that was really a civil engineering problem, the logistics of how are you going to build a temporary structure to catch this human being that's crazy enough to jump out of a plane and be captured by this net.
Regarding the Pearl Harbor Bridge, and he was talking about how he was a little boy in Peru and he dreamed of being an engineer, and for him this was just like such an exciting feather in his cap to be here, and just an honor. So it's really cool.